Okay, so now we are on the next part of our triangle sides and angles notes. So again, all these notes are together in one document, just to remind you of that. So the second section here, we're just talking about the angles of triangles. And so, okay, sorry about that. So the essential question, what is the difference or what are the different relationships between angles in a triangle? So let's kind of take a look here. We see that we have what we call the angle sum theorem. Basically, all the angles have to add up to 180. Okay, so you can see that right there. Copy that down. Pause the video if you need to. The third angle theorem is if you have two triangles that have two congruent angles, then the third remaining angles are also congruent. So pause and copy that down. Okay, and then here we have the exterior angle theorem, or what an exterior angle is the definition. So you can see that I colored the inside of the triangle, and then you have the exterior, which is the outside. So here's this color. So there you go. That's the exterior angle. And then we have the remote interior angles. So that would be in the next box over. You can see that we have the two inside angles that are not touching the exterior angle. So those two on the inside that don't touch the exterior angle are called remote interior angles. All right, the exterior angle theorem is pretty simple. It's just basically saying if you add the two remote interior angles, it's going to equal the measure of the exterior angle. Pretty simple. All right, and some corollaries to that are that acute angles of a right triangle equal 90. We talked about that. Hold on real quick. We talked about that up here. So if you add this and this, they're going to equal 90 because this one is 90, and together they have to equal 180. Okay. There can be at most one right or obtuse angle in a triangle, so you cannot have more than one. You cannot have more than one right or obtuse angle in a triangle. It's impossible. So, example 1, find all the numbered angles. So let's get into it. All right, so we can start with angle 1 because we can easily see here that this is a straight angle, which means it equals 180 degrees. So I'm just going to start by taking 57 away from 180 degrees, and that should leave me with what, 123, I believe. So that's going to be 123. Of course, you can use your calculator on your phone, on your iPad. This is pretty simple subtraction, so if you wanted to, you could just be like that, and then what was that? Hopefully that was 57. And then you get 123. So do what you got to do to get the answer. So angle 1 is 123 degrees. Now that we know what angle 1 is, we can figure out angle 3 as well. We can also figure out angle 2. Doesn't really matter what order you do it in, since you can do either one. So to find angle 3, I can do a couple of things. I can add together the 123 and the 28, and then take that away from 180. So I can do that. All right, so if I do that real quick, that's going to be 29 degrees. So angle 3 is 29 degrees. If you wanted to do this separately, you can just add these up first, hit enter, and then subtract it from 180 if you didn't want to do it all together like I just did. And then to figure out angle 2, pretty much the same thing. We're going to take these two guys, add them together, and take it away from 180. I'm going to do it all in one step. So 180 minus, and you have to put these in parentheses, otherwise it will not give you the correct answer. So you have to add them first, which is why we put them in parentheses, PEMDAS. So add 57 and 71, take it away from 180, and you should get 52 degrees for angle 2. Okay, so that's that. All right, next. I'm gonna start with, let's see, I cannot start with angle 1 because it doesn't look like I can. So I'm going to instead start here because I can figure out that angle right there. So just kind of highlight it so you can see what I'm talking about. We're going to take that 50 and that 78, we're going to add them together and subtract it from 180. So I'm going to add those, add them together, and then subtract them from 180. And that'll be 52 degrees. So this one is 52 degrees.